What's up, YouTube? So apparently, if you buy a muscle car when you're in your 40s, that means you're having a midlife crisis. Look, nothing new. I think we all know that. We all embrace that. And if you're going through it like I am, it's all good. It's not a big deal. But I refuse to accept that I'm getting older, and I've always loved cars, so what the hell. Anyways, I gotta run to the store to buy some milk, even though I'm lactose intolerant. Get it for the family. And I'm gonna take you with me real quick to the store. So let's go. Let's first start off with the salute to everyone in America who's also having a midlife crisis. Right here. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? God, my back hurts. Somebody help me up!
Sometimes a friend is all you need. Someone to talk to when you're lost at sea. I'll cast my line to bring you back to shore. We can find what you're looking for. It's such a crazy world that we live in.
Alright, so yes, it's true. I get told this probably 3 to 5 times a week when I drive my Challenger out there on the highway, and I don't care. It is what it is. But I wanted to make this video because I feel like there's a whole bunch of other men out there that are going through this same exact time in their lives, and they don't know how to deal with it. As a matter of fact, they're probably even ashamed and worried and concerned about what people might think if they go and buy a brand new Corvette or a Dodge Challenger or a Hellcat Charger or whatever. If you go out and buy that car and suddenly the whole world's gonna judge you and they're gonna think of you as somebody who's having a midlife crisis, and now you're probably gonna blow up your family and do all kinds of stupid stuff. Watch, I get it. Look, I bought this car, and it's funny, I bought so many cars over the last 20 years and no one's ever said a word, but I buy this car and everybody says something. So I'm either blaming the car or I'm blaming the gray hair. So on the sides, just on the sides so far. I know it's going the rest of the places, but right now it's just on the sides. So maybe that's it. Either way, I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't not buy this car. And what am I supposed to do, folks? Go out and buy a, no offense to, actually, yeah, totally cool offending you. You go out and buy a Prius. I mean, look, my wife and I had a deal when we got married that we would never have a minivan in our house. Not that we judge. I had to close my sunroof. You're going to have to hear this stuff. We'd never have a minivan in the house. And then when Priuses came about, we made a new deal that we're never going to have one of those in the house. We're going to have cool cars. It just is how it is. And whatever anybody wants to think about us, that's on them. It's all good. That's their opinion. What I would like is for people just to stop sharing it, because it's not going to change anything I do. But for those of you out there that maybe are hesitant and having those concerns and worries, should you do it or not do it, and is it prudent, and maybe I should wait, till I'm retired, and then I'll get that cool car, and then it's an end life crisis, and either way it's a crisis. Here's what I know. Life is not going to suddenly get longer for all of us, and we're not going to get told when it's over. What I know, based on some horrible tragedies I've had to endure in saying goodbye to some people I've loved, is that sometimes you don't know when it's going to happen. So here's the deal. If you want a really cool car and you want to be just childish at 48 years old, 58 years old, 68 years old, if you're 93 years old and want to walk into a dealership and do a 5-year loan knowing you probably got 1 year to live, good for you, baby. Rock and roll. But don't judge other people. Let other people enjoy their lives. But here's what I thought I would do, is read to you what a midlife crisis is, because I thought, you know what, it's got to be out there. Wikipedia has to have the definition. So I'm going to pull over and I'm going to read to you the definition of a midlife crisis. And I think that, there should probably be a picture of many of us right there next to it. But I'm good. And let me get that definition for you right now. Find a place to pull over. All right. Oh my gosh, what a perfect place to stop. Check this out. This is hilarious. Maybe this guy's having the same midlife crisis. Let me make sure this is getting in focus. That is 2 Hummers. This guy doesn't just have one, he's got 2. I guarantee you this guy is probably probably my age. Anyways, let me pull up a little bit and put the camera on the dash and read this definition to you. And if this guy comes running out, I bet you he'll be right alongside me and believing that we are both going through this together. So, all right, camera is on the dash. Grab my phone and let me read this. Wait a minute. And this fits perfectly in this subject. I didn't need these 3 years ago, so maybe all this is true. All right. A midlife crisis is a transition of identity and self-confidence that can occur in middle-aged individuals, typically 45 to 64 years old. The phenomenon is described as a psychological crisis brought out by events that highlight a person's growing age, inevitable mortality, and possibly shortcomings of accomplishments in life. This may produce feelings of depression, remorse, anxiety, or the desire to achieve youthfulness or make drastic changes in their current lifestyle. For example, starting a YouTube channel, buying a Dodge Challenger, and having your own shirts with your logo on it. I'm just kidding, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. And it goes into who coined the term. This guy, Elliot Jocks, in 1965 coined the term, and more modern research has shown that this is not a phase that most middle-aged people actually experience, and some have questioned the existence of this phenomenon. When it does occur, a midlife crisis is not typically actually experienced during the midpoint of one's life, which for most average human lifespans would be around the age of 45. Yeah, so, well, it is. There's a whole bunch more stuff in here. Anyways, it is. Let me take these off so I don't look so old. Bottom line is, it is, and again, I just want to make the point, this is for you all out there, and I found that I've got some subscribers that are kind of living the dream like I am. You've got families, you've got the car, and, you know, you're embracing it. And guys, I love you, man. Rock it. Keep rocking and rolling. But for those of you out there that are still hesitating, just do it. Just embrace it. Who cares what everybody thinks? It may seem like, well, you made a video, this must bother you. You know what bothers me is just that people have the gall to give me their opinion when I have not asked for it. And when they're joking around, that's cool. It's all good. Look, I'm not a snowflake. I can handle this stuff. But more so, man, if you can afford it, go buy the coolest, stupidest car you can. But the one thing I will tell you, you should not do, the only thing that I think us midlife crisisers should not do while we still have children, I still have a 12-year-old daughter, don't go buy a stupid motorcycle, because as we all know, it's not, you know, it's not if you crash, it's when you crash. So at least in this 4,100-pound beast, if something happens, there's a really good chance I'm coming out of it and still going to be able to take care of my family. So with that, embrace your midlife crisis. There's nothing wrong with having them. I've had, if I showed you all the cars I've had, it looks like I've been having midlife crises since I was in my 20s. They've been coming over and over again. I love cars. If it's just because you're trying to embrace your youth or prove to people that you're not the age you are, well, you know, maybe that's not the right reason. But if you really love these things and you really like to have fun in these cars, you love the sound of a big V8 motor, you love this stuff, then just do it and enjoy yourself. And if it's for you, if it's to make you happy, then do it. Because many of us have lived a massive part of our lives working really hard to make everyone else happy and taking great care of our families, making sure they had all the things that they wanted and needed. And a lot of times we just sacrificed and did not get the stuff for ourselves because we knew that they needed the wife, the daughter, the family, they needed the stuff. Well, at this point, it's time for us to get ours. So, gentlemen and ladies, you're allowed to have these things too. Go get your car. Run to the dealership today, buy your gigantic monstrosity of a motor, and roll around in the car. And I don't care if you're losing your hair, if it's turning gray, or you're lactose intolerant, or your back hurts, or you wear glasses, and suddenly now you decide to do it as soon as you can. Don't wait till you're 90 years old to do it. I mean, you can, but do it now and enjoy the heck out of that thing. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe. I appreciate all of your support. I'm going to head in the grocery store now and really buy milk that I can't drink anymore because at like 44 years old, suddenly it doesn't agree with me, and that's the understatement of the year. Anyways, so embrace your age, embrace the time in our lives that we are at. The good news, at least in my life, I can tell you my grandmother lived to 98, my parents are in their 70s and going strong, so I figure, you know what, this may be midlife for me, and that's awesome. Got a lot more time to buy more stupid cars. Thanks, take care, appreciate all of your support. Bye.
So many things to do in so many directions. We need to slow it down and take deep breaths before we miss what happens next. I'll be there through the thick and thin. You know that I care enough about to let you in. So call me anytime you want. Listen to your favorite song. Forget about the world for a minute or two. I take all your empty pain, flush it right down the drain. Fill your heart up with some of my life juice. 'Cause that's what friends are for. Life juice. Sometimes a friend is all you need. Someone to talk to, keep you company. I listen well to what you have to say. You tell me things that I'll take to my grave. And when you think you're just too weak to go on, I'll be the one to help you pull through strong. I lift you up when you were on the ground. We stand up to what puts you down. I'll be there through the thick and thin. You know that I care enough about to let you in. So call me anytime you want. Listen to your favorite song. Forget about the world for a minute or two. I take all your empty pain, flush it right down the drain. Fill your heart up with some of my life juice. Life juice. The world for a minute